Hey guys, it's Ashley Escobar, the Love and Light Activator. I welcome all of my Love and Light community members to tonight's episode on the full moon and lunar eclipse in the sign of Gemini. And I want to stop for a second and just say that if you are here tuning in, that you are energetically being called to divinely listen to this message and what I have to say, even beyond me warning and saying watch out for my episode. If you followed through and you are here watching it, you are meant to hear something within this message and take it, and it's your choice to use it or continue on. So with that being said, I shared earlier when I went live that full moons are known as the emotional energy heightened times, and full moons are known for releasing. And usually rituals are done during lunar cycles, new moons and full moons, and manifesting would normally be done. But at this time, with the lunar eclipse, it is not appropriate to manifest. We need to really zone in on and get clear with our clarity of what we are releasing. And you asked me, what are we supposed to release, Ashley? And I'm going to tell you that we need to release another cycle's worth, and it's continuous work. But on this theme specifically, we are releasing not only the people, places, and things that no longer serve us or are in alignment with who we are, true to ourselves, authentically today. And we are also letting go of any old patterns, any self-limiting beliefs, and anything that would have held you back from that duality side of the ego, okay? Because that is what is the chatter in the mind that holds us back and prevents us from flowing balanced on our beautiful journeys, okay? That was me sharing a beautiful piece of fact, but advice and tip. So anyways, moving on. We are letting go truly and really focusing on the getting clear of what we're letting go, not just being general. Get really specific. This is the time. On the opposite end of full moons is always great abundance, and collectively and individually, you'll see what I mean in reference after I talk about everything I want to touch on. And we know I use astrology and astronomy to give you the insight on the energy from that viewpoint, and use that as one of your resources and tools to help as one of the many cheat sheets to your journey that you co-create with the Creator himself. So with that being said, we need to stop in the moment and be extra grateful and for all the small and big blessings that we have and that some of us may overlook on a daily basis. We're really being asked to let go of those patterns, the self-limiting beliefs. So I'm going to give you an example. I used eating earlier, and I'm going to stick to that topic right now. So many people who are stressed and they overeat, that is a coping mechanism, a negative one. And I'm not shaming anybody. I come from a place of observation and love, but it's the truth. And we need to get to the root level of what is causing that stress, figure out the solution, which I have the solution to, and figure out how we can use that to help you move forward. And at all times, especially now, we need to treat ourselves with self-love and self-worth and be gentle to ourselves, right? A lot is adapting, a lot is evolving, and that is the beautiful positive side to all of this. And there's so much light just around the corner, like just around the corner. In 6 months, so much can happen, and collectively it's been about 6 months, and we are just a smidge around from beautiful things. It's happening on a daily basis. It's the small stuff, and it adds up, and then the energy will be there. It can't just happen overnight, people. Patience. I know society and typical world has gotten you subconsciously conditioned to the convenience. Well, it doesn't work like that. This has been in history for ages, and it hasn't happened until now. So let that show you how long it takes, and in divine timing, of course. We are asking to fertile our own soil within our mental body and spiritual body, physical body, and soil it and feed that to grow new patterns, new beliefs, new mindsets, okay? To help you expand, to help you evolve. This is what this time is about. And we're getting clear. I talked about that. In this full moon specifically, the relationships, home, and work are being touched on heavily. So if you're having stuff resurface from the past right now, there's a lot of distractions going on, universe kind of like testing to see if you've up-leveled truly and broken cycles. That way they can abundantly reward you and up-level you. If not, you will continue these cycles with different people, places, and things in the same patterns and connections and correlations. And we're really being heavily called to use our intuition and follow it, okay? It's the gut and the heart feeling and the knowing, the clairvoyance. And we need to listen to it. It's been building up. It's strong. People are using it. You're feeling it little by little. Give yourself credit, okay? It takes time, work. This is like a cosmic push. Eclipse energy magnifies the full moon energy. So you imagine it's already intense. It's in the sign of Gemini, which is the natural born twin duality sign of the astrological zodiac, okay? And eclipse energy, what it does is it kind of is like a cosmic push that is like a tidal wave, okay? And we're on the wave of our journey, and it's like this big tidal wave that comes rushing in. I'm hearing the Beatles, I'm hearing the Beach Boys in my head. And don't let fear hold you back. Abundantly get pushed forward with this energy, but you have to do the work, and you have to see the connections in reference to the energy and use it to your best. All right, moving on. We're getting huge light codes and waves of energy rushing upon the whole grid of the world. And it's powerful. There is a new, clear, open mind wave of energy coming in, and it's beautiful. So I touched on the fact that Geminis are the biggest sign of duality in the zodiac. And we are having themes of love. Everything is duality, right? So love and fear. Fear would come from that ego side, and love would come from authentic side. That is what authentic is. Returning back to love is everything. Love, oneness, wholeness, source, returning to God. It all umbrellas into that, okay? And these are the connections, because everything is connected. We are preparing to move light, shed light on things that keep on resurfacing that we need to let go of. Universe is like trying to show us, and it's extra trying to show us right now. So it's like this needs to be shed. It needs to be released. Hence, release, shed. We shed, if you think about it, let's think of an onion. We peel back the layers in the physical sense. And now if we in a human body, physical body, because we are spiritual beings living a human experience in this physical body, if we think of it as we are masking ourselves with certain coping mechanisms of the ego, and we peel those masks off as we get to authentic self, that is another way of the shedding concept. And releasing during full moon energy or new moon energy. New moon is not really about releasing. Full moon is about releasing. But the releasing in the sense of the lunar cycle is another concept of shedding. So that leads to growing, evolving, ascending, alignment, authenticity. It's what I do. I live, I preach, I teach, and now I'm rapping. Okay, so we gotta move on because I have a lot to say, as always. But you will divinely hear what you are meant to hear. So I will take my time and be patient. So I spoke on that full moons are, it's like a peak of clarity right now in your desires. And wisdom, intuition, reincarnation themes and concept, memories, dreams are all resurfacing or heightened. And the lunar eclipse in Gemini is the extra reflection from the moon, Earth in the shadow blocking the sun. That's what it is. That is what makes the eclipse, and that is what makes the full moon. So the full moon is in alignment with, let me get this right here, because I'm not perfect. I'm close to it, but nothing is perfect and no one is. It's the Earth's shadow blocked by the sun is what the eclipse energy is. And so now I'm going to go over some do's and don'ts of the full moon lunar eclipse times. So we do want to, the lunar eclipse heightens full moon energy, right? So we need to embrace endings and just come to a natural ease that some stuff, nothing lasts forever. In a sense, the only thing that does is life. It's eternal time. Everything else, like people, places, things, that's not forever. So we need to embrace the endings, take what we got from it, learn from what we got from it, move on so we can allow the new energy to fill our lives. Because if we don't release, we will be full, right? Like we fill our body with only so much food. Well, guess what? The human body overeats because that's typical world. 5G, we do not overeat up there. We are healthy, holistic people. And so we don't overfill, okay? You need to release to get filled. Fill your cup. Amen. Okay, so we have abrupt endings, like quick. So you may have pulled out from employment very quickly. You may have stopped a relationship very fast. You may have started a relationship really fast. Because there's this extra supercharged energy, it's very quick. We don't want to info sharing and communication. Our communication and our thoughts and emotions, we need to really be cautious because we don't want to speak overly emotional, and it can be hurtful. So now, this is where we get into the astronomy of it all, and I want you to understand because this is how it makes sense. A lot of people are like, well, how does astrology and astronomy make sense, or how does it affect? Well, you have to understand the basics of astrology to even get the deeper concepts of how it does, why it does, okay? So it's like the A&P of spirituality. And I'm having a hard time seeing, honestly. That's why I keep like looking at my talking points that I'm referencing, and I'm gonna turn on my other light because I think 34 is making